You're leaving a lot of lumens on the table if you don't know this about your factory LED Maglite. Out of the box, this ML300LX produces about 600 lumens. But with one tiny change inside the switch, I pushed it past 1,000 lumens. Wow. Almost double the brightness without replacing the LED, the driver, or any other factory parts. And that's not even the light that benefited the most. If you don't know me, I'm Matt Smith, the owner of Lumencraft. I've been building and testing flashlights for 17 years. I can't believe I didn't know this until recently, but there are hundreds of extra lumens trapped inside these Maglites just waiting to be let out. I'm gonna show you what I call the jailbreak mod for your Maglites. At first, this might sound difficult, but just hear me out. I will walk you through it. You won't need to hunt for special parts. I've made this as copy and paste as I possibly can for you. Quick warning, this won't work well on alkaline batteries. Alkaline batteries just cannot carry the load required for this level of output. For a 3-cell light, you want rechargeable nickel metal hydride batteries. For a 2-cell light, lithium ion is going to perform the best. Then this mod will blow you away. Here's what we're going to do. To boost the power, we just need to add this tiny sense resistor to that driver. We're not going to remove any of Maglite's hardware, just add this on. To get the switch out, just take pliers or hemos and remove this boot. Just pulls off. That button falls out of there. To get the switch out, we need to get inside there. That takes a T8 Torx tool. Most of these that you buy online have a shaft that's too fat, but we sell one on the website that has a narrow shaft that fits in here perfectly. Crack that loose. Give it just a little bit of a spin, not too many. The switch won't just fall out of there, so what we need to do is take this tool and don't stick it all the way in, just part way, and kind of lift up. And then the switch will come out the bottom. The reason is this switch is 2 pieces, and what we were doing is causing the 2 pieces to shift, making the switch narrower so it could fall out the bottom. Inside the Maglite switch is the LED driver. This one is from my ML300LX 3D. That right there is the current sense resistor. We're going to lay this new sense resistor over the top of the existing one and then solder the 2 ends. Once your resistor's soldered on, just take the back side of the switch, put this face down, it'll only go one way, put your button metal back on, a little pop, and stick these 2 pieces of the switch back on. To reinstall the switch, we want to make sure that this part is shifted up into that position. And we want to insert the end with the 2 prongs first. The 2 prongs goes toward the LED. I want to line that up. Sometimes you can just take this switch and scoot it back into place like that. You shouldn't have to force it. If you have to force it, it's probably not lined up right, but if it's a little bit stubborn, you can just take a battery, the blunt end of a battery, and kind of use it as a hammer, and it'll knock back into place, but you won't have to beat it in. And then just secure this gently with the Torx, reinstall the button and the switch boot. Even if you haven't soldered before, I can help you. I do recommend that you practice on something else first, but when you get the basics down, your joints will melt together like butter. The 3D model benefited the least from this mod. Out of the box, it tested at 855 lumens peak. After the mod, it reached 1125 lumens. That's a gain of 270 lumens. The light that benefited the most was my ML300LX2C. Running on lithium ion, it went from 519 lumens stock to 1,050 lumens after the mod, so more than double the output. To make this simple, I tested a wide range of resistor values. I even tested a 0 ohm resistor, a piece of wire basically, and you would think that would give the most output, but it didn't necessarily. In fact, performance was more stable and sometimes even higher when I left some resistance in the circuit. For example, the 2D produced over 1,000 lumens with an 18 milliohm resistor, but only about 930 with the 0 ohm. So for the 2D and 3D models, I recommend an 18 milliohm resistor. For the 2C, a 12 milliohm resistor worked the best. Here's a picture of exactly where the sense resistor is located on all three of those models. To make this easy, I have the exact resistors that I used available on my website along with the switch tool. I also tested how far I could safely push the factory LED. I connected it to a bench power supply and gradually increased the current. The factory heatsink can sustain up to around 1100 lumens. I pushed it all the way up to 8 amps briefly, about 1500 lumens, before things started to get risky. So based on my test, this mod stays well within the limits of what the light can handle long term. If you want to get the most out of your Maglite, powering it with lithium-ion batteries instead of alkaline makes a huge difference. You save a ton of money on batteries and prevent nasty corrosion that destroys your lights. I've got a full video on that as well.